Now that we've learned all of our definitions that we needed to learn and just kind of the general things about a quadratic equation, we are going to talk about how to actually graph them by hand. Now, you have your calculator, you can use that, but there are times on tests and things that you may need to graph it by hand. So just to do that, I'm going to show you a few simple steps how to do that. So first step is going to be to find that axis of symmetry just like we did. Then you're going to find the vertex, and then you're going to put the vertex in the middle row of a table, fill in the values using your calculator, and then you're going to plot the points and connect them into a smooth parabola. So pretty simple. I'm only going to do a couple examples of this because you have your calculator and you'll probably use it most often, but I just wanted you to be able to see how to do it by hand. Okay, so here we have the parabola y equals x squared. Okay, so with y equals x squared, that should look familiar to you. That is the parent function for quadratics. We talked about it before. So to find the axis of symmetry here, we are going to plug in x equals -0. Remember, that's our b value because there is none. Okay, a is 1, b is 0, c is 0. And divided by 2, and a is 1. Okay, so x here is going to be equal to 0 divided by 2, which is 0. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 0. It's going to be running up and down this y-axis. This is our axis of symmetry. Okay? All right, then we're going to have the vertex. Vertex, remember, is going to be the y value that goes here. Okay? So I know that somewhere along this line is going to be my vertex. I just don't know exactly where. So I plug it in to find that. Okay, so y is equal to 0 squared. So y is equal to 0. So here our vertex is 0, 0. And just like the directions say, we're going to put that vertex in this middle row. That means our vertex is this point, the origin, which it should be because we talked about this being the parent function. So since it's the parent function, we know that it starts here at 0, 0. And then we need to find the other, points on this graph that we need to go ahead and graph. Sorry about that. Okay, so we need to fill in the table of values. We can use our calculator, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm also going to show you how to do it by hand, just in case you ever get to that point that you need to. So I'm just going to pick 2 points that would go to the left. So here I would go -1 and -2. And then I'm going to 2 points to the right, so 1 and 2. Okay, so to find these values, all you have to do is plug these x values back into this formula to find the y that matches. So for example, if we did -1, so y is equal to -1 squared. So y is equal to 1. Okay, or y is equal to -2 squared. So y is equal to 4. So when x is -2, y is 4. When x is equal to -1, y is 1. Okay, you can also look at your calculator. So if you look at your calculator, okay, we go to y equals, we clear out what we had before, we plug in y is equal to x squared. Okay, and instead of hitting graph, I'm going to hit the second graph button, which brings me to a table. So here I have those values that I was looking for, and I can just plug them in. So we have -2, 4, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1 is also 1, and 2 is 4. Okay, so there are the points. Okay, and now we just need to graph those points. So -2, 4 is here, -1, 1 is here, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 4. Okay, and then we graph that as a smooth curve, not a point, a smooth curve. Okay, and then remember your domain. You have values that go to the left and right forever. Okay, remember those keep going out and up. So it's going to be all real numbers. And then your range, okay, you only have y values starting at 0. And then they continue to go up from there. There are no y values down here. So we have a range of y is greater than or equal to 0 because there is a point at 0, 0. Okay? All right, so that is how we graph a quadratic equation. And I'll do a couple more examples in another video.